For all of you who are in love, and for those who are still waiting to fall in love, I have something to say. It's simple, really. I want to protect you. Yes, you. From things you don't need, things that only cause trouble, like a third party. You know what I mean? Someone who just pops up out of nowhere in your relationship, like a mushroom after the rain. They weren't invited, but suddenly, they're part of the scene. Why am I saying this? Because I believe that love, in its simplest form, is just for two people. If you add one, two, or more, that's not love anymore. That's a math equation you need to solve. And often, there's no right answer. Your heart is like a house. It should have a door and windows, and only you should have the key. You can't just let anyone in. It's not an evacuation center where everyone can hang out when there's a storm in their lives. When you let someone into your heart, you're giving them a special place, a place that's just for them. Now imagine if there were other people living there. It would definitely get messy. They'd be fighting for space, for attention, for everything. The ending? Someone gets hurt, someone gets kicked out, and often everyone loses. That's why it's important to protect the people we love from this kind of pain. Love shouldn't be like Quiapo. It shouldn't be messy, noisy, and crowded. It should be like a quiet garden where only the two of you tend to the plants. A third party is like a pest. They'll ruin the beauty of your garden. They'll eat the flowers you worked so hard to grow. And the sad part is, sometimes one of you is the one who let the pest in. So protecting your relationship is a job for both of you, not just one. It needs cooperation. It needs an agreement that no one else will be let in. No one else will be given a key to your garden, because true love is exclusive. Why am I saying all this? Because I've seen the damage, I've experienced the mess, and I don't want you to go through that. I don't want to see you crying in a corner because the person you entrusted your heart to allowed it to become like a public park. I want a peaceful love for you, a sure love, a love without fear and without doubt, because in the end, love should make you happy. It shouldn't be the reason you feel drained. Love should be a rest, not another problem you have to face. I'm not saying this because I just read it in a book. I'm saying this because I've experienced it. Back in high school, there was a girl named Rysel. I thought polygamy was cool back then. Like, you're awesome if a lot of people like you, but I was wrong. Polygamy isn't cool. It's a huge headache. It's like juggling 10 balls at once. At first, you might be able to do it. But as time goes on, the balls will drop one by one. And in the end, all of them will fall on you. No one wins in that situation. We all got hurt. We all got confused. I learned the hard way that a heart isn't like a pizza that can be shared. When I got to college, I thought I had learned my lesson. Then Rysel came along. This is where I learned how hard it is when you have to share attention. It wasn't a direct love triangle, but it was pretty close. Exes would suddenly pop up. New suitors would try their luck. It's like you're in a game where you don't know who the enemy is and who your ally is. The relationship became a battlefield. Instead of talking about love, it was all jealousy and doubt. The simple, "How are you?" turned into an interrogation. Who were you with? Why did they text you? It's exhausting. You waste all your energy on things that shouldn't be problems. And who can forget the love triangles in Casa Consuelo? That was the ultimate test. That's where you see how a simple friendship can be ruined just because of a love that's being fought over. You're like cats and dogs fighting over a bone. The sad thing is, after all the trouble, sometimes no one even gets the bone. All that's left is anger, resentment, and broken friendships. Love, which should have brought people together, became the reason for their separation. That's when I realized the trouble isn't worth it. The pain isn't worth it just to say you've loved. There's a better way. These experiences taught me. These mistakes shaped my beliefs today. This isn't theory. This is truth I've lived through. Every heartbreak, every fight, every tear shed, all of them were lessons. Lessons that say love shouldn't be complicated. We only make it complicated when we let people into the story who shouldn't be there. These lessons are why, today, this is what I advocate for. A love that is simple, honest, and just for two people. I don't want the past to repeat itself, and even more, I don't want you to go through it. Because of all that mess, I thought, what if we had a standard? A standard that would protect everyone. I call it single safe. What does that mean? It's simple. Before you enter a relationship, or before you start dating someone, make sure you're single first. And make sure the person you like is also single. No baggage, no spouse, no boyfriend or girlfriend, zero. Because that's where all the problems start, right? When you enter a situation where someone else was already there, automatically you become the third party. You become the villain in someone else's story, even if you say you're just a victim of love. Why do we need to be single safe? To avoid pain. Think about it. If the person you like already has a partner, only two things can happen. First, they'll leave their partner for you. Are you happy about that? What if they do that to you someday? If they could leave their previous partner for you, what's stopping them from leaving you for someone else? Second, they won't leave their partner. You'll remain the other woman/man, a backup or a temporary fix. Would you agree to that kind of setup? Being single safe is about protecting not just others, but also yourself. You ensure that the relationship you're entering starts in a clean and proper way. Many people say, but we love each other. Is love enough reason to hurt other people? True love is not selfish. It doesn't trample on the happiness of others just for its own sake. If you truly love someone who is already with someone else, the best thing you can give them is respect. Respect for their relationship. If you're meant to be, fate will wait, but don't force it. Don't destroy something that's whole just to make yourself whole. Being single safe is a principle. It's a show of respect not just for yourself, but for everyone. This standard isn't meant to limit you. It's meant to free you. Free you from possible trouble, pain, and guilt. When you know you were both single when everything started, you'll feel more at ease. No ghosts from the past will come back. No ex will make their presence felt. No spouse will suddenly show up. The foundation of your relationship is strong because it started with honesty and respect. Being single safe isn't just a status, it's a decision. A decision to choose the right and peaceful path in love. This is the first step towards a drama-free love life. Now let's talk about the ghosts in a relationship, the third party, the rebound, and the ex. These are the ones that cause complications. The third party, as I said, is a pest. The rebound, on the other hand, is like a band-aid. You use it to cover a wound left by the past. The problem is you're not really healed. You just put a temporary solution. And the person you made your rebound, you're just hurting them. You're using them to forget. That's not love. That's using someone. And the ex? They're the ghosts that come back to mess with the present. Love should be focused on the present, not the past. I want you to be faithful. I want you to experience a love that has no doubt. A love where you're sure it's just you. The kind where even if you leave your phone unlocked, you won't be nervous. Because you have trust. And that trust isn't just given, it's earned. It's proven every day through faithfulness. I want your relationship to have no rejects. Meaning, when you choose each other, you stick by that choice. Not like when someone better looking comes along, you suddenly have second thoughts. Choosing someone is a commitment. Being faithful isn't just about not having other relationships. It's also about being faithful in your emotions. Don't entertain others. Don't give others the wrong idea. If you're married or in a relationship, that's it, forever. No adultery, no cheating. Because with every mistake, you're not just hurting your partner, you're hurting the whole family. You're hurting the trust that was given to you. And you're destroying something you built for a long time. A moment of happiness with someone else is not worth a lifetime of regret and pain. So I encourage you, choose faithfulness. Choose exclusivity. Choose a life without adultery. It's not easy. There are many temptations in the world. But everything that's important is hard-earned. A drama-free love life is possible. It starts with a decision to protect the person you love, a decision to be faithful until the end, a decision to stand by the promise that it's just the two of you. Because true love doesn't look for others. True love is content with what it has, and that's the love you deserve.